It's time for Craig's News Live, the only source of real news. With lead anchor Craig Jones, 2 monkeys have stolen a car and a tiny dog. Field reporter Micah Jackson. Mom with the weather sometimes.
Why does the kitchen smell like smoke?
Research by Alexa.
I'm not sure.
Jessica with the snafu. Did Jessica screw up again? And Mr. Nichols.
Why don't you just call it Craig's Animal Show?
Not all animal things, Mr. Nichols. What animals do you look like? Right. This is Craig's News Live. Any other news? Casey Lipler? Another news gives you a boost, turn into Craig's News. Good evening, and welcome to Craig's Nest. When the other news gives you a boost, come on down there, buck your boots, and tune in some Craig's Nest. First, I want to apologize for Jessica's show at home with Sly Sloan was not on yesterday, even though she told me to keep telling everybody it was on yesterday. So it's supposed to be on tonight, but it's never been on when she said it's supposed to be on, so it probably won't be on tonight. We got a great show for you. We got Scott Mass here today to see if Mr. Nichols is lying. We got Joe Biden stopping by. He's the president-elect. And we also got Animals on Animals, a bunch more things. Might do some banters. But first, we like to start the show off every day as we do all days with Jokes on News! We're supposed to wait for until after the jacks. Alright, a monster alligator prowls a fool. That's pretty awesome. Pretty crazy. Looks like that alligator had a ball. This story is such a crock, you guys. When he heard the fourth hole had a dog leg, he ate it. Dad gets a tattoo of a picture of Pooh with his daughter's name on it. That's terrible. It should go on his permanent record. That's what I call arts and crafts, you guys. A cheesecake is made out of pigs in a blanket. Yum. That sounds pretty good. Pigs in a blanket. I'm glad we covered this story. And that's Jokes on News. Jokes on News! Alright, let's bring in my good friend and neighbor, Mr. Nichols. Mr. Nichols, how are you? Did you like Jokes on News?
I love Jokes on News, the best. It's such a great thing that you start it with Jokes on News because it's just a great mood enhancer. Just start off with that.
I think so because it gives people news, but also they can get a joke on top of the news.
Yeah,
that's
they can have
two
some laughs,
things.
and everybody needs that. Everybody needs laughs.
No, where are you in the closet? You're in the janitor closet.
I'm in the back room of my work, and I'm just admiring my new water bottle. So,
why are you at the can store again?
what now?
You're at the can store again?
Well, it's not really a can store.
Okay.
Yeah,
There's
I'm
cans
at the
there.
office. There's a can store somewhere, but I'm at the office, and I'm just kind of hanging out. And
What's your water bottle you got there?
this is my this is what's news with me. I got this.
I forgot to press that. Hold on.
What's news with you?
What's news with you, Mr. Nichols?
Okay, so what's news with me is I got this water bottle, and it's aluminum. And what's great about this is then I'm not using cans or bottles that end up, that can be litter.
Wow,
So
cans
now
are
I'll
so
be more-
interesting, Mr. Nichols. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Why? You use that so you don't... So why do you use this?
I use it so that I don't use plastic because plastic is bad. Plastic doesn't have anywhere to go. Most plastic ends up in the ocean and ends up in rivers, and people litter plastic.
Why don't you throw it in the trash can instead of the ocean?
Because because a lot of trash cans too, you don't want that stuff. It's not combustible. It just stays. It never leaves the planet, and it's bad for the planet. So what you want to do is you want
trash cans in the ocean, Mr. Nichols. That's my question.
Because a lot of them, people will litter and they get in the rivers, and the rivers go to the ocean. Did you know there's like a giant island of plastic that's thrown away by people in the middle of the ocean, and it's like the size of Texas?
The more you learn about. That sounds like that might be fake Nichols, but we'll let you get away with that one. We got a pretty interesting new segment, Mr. Nichols.
Oh yeah, what's that?
It's this. What national day is it? So every day is a national day. I've been told.
You're asking me what the national day is?
Do you know what the national day is?
Is it National Friendship Day?
I don't think so. But we have President-elect Joe Biden is here to tell us about it. Let's see what he has to say.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Today's a special day. Look, come on, man. Give me a chance. You see an all your demands. I know the thing. Look, first wear your face pants. It's National Pudding Day. Put milk in the thing with the stir the mop. Not the stir mop. The spoon, man. Take a 4 cup water, five. Give me 5. How about 10? How about 10? He'd be 20. He'd be 25. He'd be 25. That's sold to Brock Toboggans. Come on, man. Well, I don't know where I live.
He didn't know what day it was.
Yeah, wow. Hey, Craig, can I point out that it's President-elect. Just want to make sure you say that.
Yeah,
right.
President-elect Joseph Biden.
Right, so President-elect.
President-elect.
Elect, yeah, you want to say that, right?
Saying that right? Hey, Mr. Nichols, guess what we have coming up? Craig's News Got Talent. We want people to send their Craig's News Got Talents. Okay?
I love Craig.
Very good finalists. And you want to get involved because you get a free t-shirt if you win Craig's News Got Talent. Check out these finalists we have so far.
That's awesome.
Pretty good stuff.
Really good.
Here's another one. This is one of my favorites.
That you might have, you got Craig answers your questions. He answers all the questions that you might have.
Pretty good there. Singing Craig's Answers.
So good. Yep.
Extra points for doing that. Mr. Nichols, remember yesterday we looked in on La Cafeteria, which is a lot of drama happening here at Craig's Nest Live. I think I want to remind guys.
Kind of like too much drama.
It does feel like there's too much drama going on at La Cafeteria.
Yep.
Let me remind you guys, if you didn't see what happened yesterday, last time on La Cafeteria. Woman does remember sweatshirt. Tina, what is this? What is this on my Public Express bill? What are you doing with a sweat? You don't wear sweat. You didn't bother. Rumor with sweatshirt for sock doc? La Cafeteria. Okay, so
Crazy.
pretty crazy
It's
stuff.
so traumatic.
They should be focusing on the news. We pay them to do the news.
That's
Well,
right.
we have an update on La Cafeteria, you guys. La Cafeteria. Come in. Sorry about you, Craig. Man, if I come in and talk to you for a second? I'm getting ready for Craig's News Live, but I have a few seconds for you, Michael Jackson. Thanks. I'm just gonna hop up here, take off my animals on animals. Matt's 14.99, Craig'sNewsLive.com. What's on your mind, Michael Jackson?
Well, I was wondering if you'd take refunds.
Sorry, Michael. All sales at CraigsNewsLive.com are final. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to get back to preparing for Craig's News Live.
But
La Cafeteria.
That is amazing. He tried to get a refund.
I'm in La Cafeteria now.
Yeah, but you're not. Here's the thing about it. First of all, is it only the first thing that was in the cafeteria, and ever since then, it's not said in the cafeteria?
Listen, the first one was in the cafeteria, and then they'll probably get back to the cafeteria at some point, Mr. Nichols.
I think that would be good, because then it would kind of make more sense.
Counterpoint. But it's nice to not be in the cafeteria, because people don't want to be looking at the cafeteria the whole time. Counterpoint.
You know what? That's a good point.
All right, and now it's time for viewers' questions. Fritzen became a cult member of Splitskin. Guys, got any questions? This is not for Canada, it's just for plant food for Mr. Oh, that's for you, Mr. Nichols.
Hey,
plant
thank you
food
very
for your
much.
wife.
Thank you.
That's nice. Next one will be candied, though, I promise. Well, I do appreciate that. All the proceeds do go to my candy jar. You should get a guinea pig, Craig. I'd like one of those.
Fun for you to have a guinea pig.
Those are big. The rubrics, $50. Let's make today National CNLian Day. That's a good idea. What do you say to that, guys? Let's get that going over there. Got to keep up the rubrics. $50. Art guitar. We got someone who's fighting rubrics.
Did you see what he did? He matched Rubritz's donation. That's really cool.
This guy, this is the pyramid. He might get moved up the pyramid. Rubrics is right at the top there, but that guitar guy he's making a stance there. We got a wristwatch coming up. We also have Scott Mass coming, who we had on the show. Everyone liked him very much because we've got to get to the bottom of this controversy. Mr. Nichols says...
What's going on?
Well, it involves you, Mr. Nichols. You said you weren't picking your nose here. And Scott Mass is gonna figure out if that was the truth. Because he can tell if you're lying.
Well, Craig, I'm going to say something that I don't think I was picking my nose in that I was looking for any treasure. But sometimes my nose itches because I have these little nostril hairs that kind of stick out. Fake Nichols.
So it's also the picture of you talking to a lamp, and your wife's picture is behind you with your back to your wife, and you're sort of cheating on your wife with the lamp there. Guys, don't forget, At Home with Sly Sloan will probably not be on tonight.
Okay.
8:30, that's Jessica's new show. 8:30 it's supposed to be out, but most likely you could just ignore that.
It'll be on tonight.
Okay. Jessica, don't come on to Craig's Nest unless I ask you to come on to Craig's Nest. All right. Why don't we bring Scott Mass into the show? Mr. Mass, how you doing? Thanks for being on Craig's News Live again. You're a big hit. All CNLians liked you on the show. Speak up, Mr. Mass. We could barely hear you.
There you go. That dude had me on mute. Sorry. Well, thanks for having me.
That would be most likely Jessica's fault, Mr. Mass.
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Nichols?
I'm good.
Now, I don't know if you saw what we were doing, but we had a disagreement with me and Mr. Nichols. We are friends, but sometimes he says things I don't think he's telling the truth. And these are two things I'm hoping you can get to the bottom of. Can you first tell us, how can you tell if somebody is lying? Are there things that you can tell?
Well, there's things you look for when the person starts becoming uncomfortable. Basically, what you're looking for are the differences in comfort and discomfort. So if he's talking and he starts becoming uncomfortable, then we know something might be up. And
the more you learn about.
All right, if he is uncomfortable, he is oftentimes, Master Mouse, very, very uncomfortable. And here is one of the pictures I want you to just see. And he says he's not talking to this plant. That is Mr. Nichols' position.
Okay.
Okay, so why don't you maybe ask Mr. Nichols? You getting uncomfortable, Mr. Nichols?
Well, let's
Not
talk
yet.
about it for a second. Well, let's talk about it for a second.
Let's just talk to Mr. Nichols about this, but I can see if he gets uncomfortable about this.
All right. Well, so let me ask you this:
Yeah,
how
let's
well,
do this.
how often are you talking to inanimate objects?
Yeah, how many-
And not trying to be funny. I mean, seriously, does that happen quite often?
Do you talk to nothing?
Well, I tell you, sometimes when I'm frustrated with something, like a computer or maybe something's not going my way, and I might be,
Fake
oh, why do you
Nichols,
suck,
yes.
computer? You know, or I'll be like, I don't know, like sometimes if I'm working the workshop and I'm messing with something that won't work, and I'm like, damn you, you know, so I'll do that.
We're not bored at all, Mr. Nichols.
Okay.
Okay, so he does talk to computers.
Okay. Well, that's fine. A lot of people talk to computers. A lot of people talk to inanimate objects, actually. But in this case, I think Craig's trying to find out whether or not you're talking to this and maybe creating or starting to create a relationship with an inanimate object.
That's right.
For example, the lamp. Is that are you spending a lot of time with that lamp?
I don't feel like I am.
You don't feel like you are, or you don't think you are?
Not really.
Double fake Nichols.
I don't think I am. In that situation, I think that night I was actually trying to turn the lamp on and it wasn't working. And I had a book that I was going to read. And so I was trying to get a little more light.
Fake
so
Nichols.
I think it looks like I was talking to the lamp, but I really wasn't.
All right, let's get to this.
talking to the lamp.
Mr. Mouse, this is also where he said he's not picking his nose, even though his fingers are up his nose.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me ask you this. How often I know you talked about earlier, you had some problems with maybe some nose hairs that were bugging you. Does that happen often? It does happen.
Point, counterpoint.
You know, lately it's
Everybody has nose hairs, Mr. Mouse, so I don't know if Mr. Nichols could say that is why his fingers are up his nose. Point, counterpoint.
Well, I just want to say that as I've gotten older, more hair seems to grow out of my ears and out of my nose. So
Triple fake Nichols ness.
Well, it looks like what I'm seeing body language wise is you're really not sure what you were doing. I don't think you remember if you were picking your nose or pulling out a hair, even though you may have hair problems in your nose quite often. What I'm seeing body language wise tells me you're not sure what it was.
The more you learn about.
Well, maybe that is accurate.
Guys, well, let me just say real quick, we have a brand new t-shirt, the Joseph Biden t-shirt. So if you guys want to go to t-shirts, so you guys can pick up a new one of them. So we got a lot of different t-shirts at craigsnitslife.com. Sorry, Mr. Mouse, you're saying.
That's okay. No, it looked to me like you were showing me a couple of things that body language wise or in your expressions that tell me you really weren't sure. And the way you were talking about it let me know you probably weren't sure about that as well.
We also have, not to interrupt you, Mr. Nuts, we do have a Craig's friend, Nichols friend. We got Craig's sauce. We got Don't Let Him Mess Nichols. We got Craig's plan on plan. Good to counterpoint. We got all them different charts. So Craig's friend, Jessica's friend, Michael Jackson's friend. We got Don't Let Him Mess Nichols. We got Nichols born Nichols. We got Mass. We got Name and Name. About some more. You learn about different notes. Or CraigsNewsLife.com. We got sorry, Mr. Mass. Continue your interrogations.
Craig, it's not a great time to sell t-shirts.
Bragg, stay back.
Mr. Rouse on, and his time is valuable.
Bragg, stay back.
Focus on talking to him.
Bragg, stay back.
Okay.
What were you saying, Mr. Nichols?
I'm saying that this is not time to sell
stay
t-shirts.
back.
It's time to talk to Mr. Rouse.
All right, so go ahead, Mr. Mass. You were saying.
Oh, I was talking about whether you were sure or not about that, but there were a couple of things that showed me body language wise in your expressions that you weren't sure. Now there are a couple of things you do with your mouth, and you do them quite often, and those are known as adapters. And it's a thing where you do kind of like this. You'll go like that, and those things seem when Craig's asking you a lot of questions, or in other words, turn up the heat on you. It seems like those happen more often. So that's where things.
Okay. Right.
So that's one of the things that let me know that you're becoming uncomfortable. It's a small one, but in the overall view, it's pretty big.
Mr. Mass, you have a chair that has ridiculous amount of wheels on it. I can't even go back and forth on this. You think with so many wheels.
Craig, why are you trying to go back and forth when you have him on? Why don't you sit still? an
You
interview.
think if
Let
with
him
with
interview.
so many wheels, you'd be able to easier go back and forth and not make it harder. Am I right about that, Mr. Mass?
I think so. I think so. I try to have a chair with no wheels on it for me. But it's
Thank
always
you.
good to the person if you're interrogating someone, it's wonderful if you have them in a chair with wheels on it, because the more they move around, the more uncomfortable you'll be able to see that they're uncomfortable.
Yeah, Mr. Nichols moves around an awful lot, and he does use those adapters with his mouth. That's true. Hey guys, check. Will you stay for Vance's real quick, Mr. Mass?
Sure.
All right. Let's play that Vance's theme song. Craig answers your questions. He answers all the questions that you might have. You got Craig answers your questions. I use my videos to answer your questions. Answers.
Hey Craig, what's your favorite kind of candy?
Free candy. Free candy tastes better than candy you pay for, wouldn't you guys say?
Yeah.
What are your
Every
favorite
time.
candies?
I agree with that.
Isn't Mr. Nichols acting nervous right now, Mr. Mass?
A little bit. I think it's because you've turned in other words, you're putting a little heat on him. So his emotions he's trying to hold his emotions back. So we're seeing that in his facial expressions as he's trying to straighten out and look like he's not being frustrated.
One of
But
the
he's
problems
not
I'm
smiling
having is
like he usually
my screen
does.
keeps
Not
on freezing.
smiling.
So
He's
Yeah.
freezing, he said.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot we can see right there, and we can tell a lot about his face, right from his face, about his personality or what he thinks about a lot. He's got a lot of these little wrinkles up here, which tells me his eyebrows are up a lot, which that says he's looking for someone to understand him, or I think he gives a lot of information.
Yeah, he talks
In other
an
words.
awful lot, Mr. Mass. And speaking of, let's get some. And now it's time for viewers' questions. Let's get some viewer questions. I think y'all like to have Mr. Mass. You should get a baby tiger, Craig. That's so cute. I would definitely take a baby tiger. Very disturbing watch. Ruberus just came over the top of the guitar guy by $200. Good thinking, art of guitar. Woo, great minds think alike. Well, you don't mess with Mr. Ruberus. Hey, Mr. Matt, looks like Nichols couldn't stand the heat and he has left the kitchen, wouldn't you say? Craig,
Yeah.
Mr. Nichols opened a bottle of plastic and poured the contents in a metal can. Sounds nuts if you ask me. Yeah, he works at a can shop and he talks about his cans a lot. I think it's back in here right now. Hugs and kisses from Stockholm. Oh, hello, Stockholm. Where's Stockholm? Do you guys know where that is?
Is it Sweden?
it's in
Mr.
Sweden.
Mr. Nichols, he's staring. I feel like Mr. Nichols is just staring at everybody.
I'm frozen. I'm having problems with the internet, I guess.
It's making fake Nichols news. All getting comfortable. Mr. Matz, I want to thank you for being on Craig's News Live. And you always come and you bring interesting information. I appreciate that. And I think all CNLians appreciate that. Would you come back again sometime?
I'd love to. Anytime. Just let me know and I'll be there.
Mr. Nichols, do you have anything to say to Mr. Matz before he goes?
I think
Oh,
I'm
he's
glad
very
that he said
jittery.
that I was uncomfortable, but I didn't lie. He said I didn't lie.
Jittery and guilty, wouldn't you say, Mr. Matz? Jittery and guilty. Okay,
He
good.
said I just was unsure and uncomfortable.
Yeah. Fake Nichols news. All right, we'll see you next week, Mr. Matz. Thanks again. What about that? Oh, this.
Well, I'm just kind of
don't know
encouraged
what-
because he didn't say that I lied. He said that I was uncomfortable,
Wristwatch.
which I think is good.
He said you're uncomfortable, and then you just started staring at everybody. Oh, let's do it. Let's check
I
out
know
your
I
wrist,
froze.
guys.
I froze up and then I got kicked off the thing. I'm having internet problems. So
All right, this I don't know
I'm
what
doing-
that is. This is a wristwatch near a puppy dog. Looking up at his wrist, that's a very angry wrist. Here's another foot. That's a foot. Guys, don't forget to send in your wrists so I can give you this Craig's News Live, our official R2D2 watch. Signed by Craig. That looks like that person plays the piano. Look at this guy. That go
That's
perfectly
cool.
with this R2D2 beep boop bop buttons there. All right.
that's
let's-
awesome.
What is this? Got the blues, tune into Craig's Nest. Oh, look at that. Someone is spreading the word. And thank you guys for spreading the word. And if you guys don't mind, you could smash them like buttons at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You smash them like buttons. Get 4,000 likes. We're going to go paint on Mr. Nichols' house something nice. Not graffiti. Something nice on Mr. Nichols' house. Hey, Mr. Nichols.
Yes.
Let me show you. We want to go back to La Cafeteria. Something else going on there.
Okay.
I think we got something else. La Cafeteria.
Please, Craig, I'm begging you.
How about when you're not on Craig's this live, you be a country star like you talked about?
That's just a puppet dream. I need money now, Craig.
Okay, let me ask Mr. Nichols. He owes me a favor for letting him be on Craig's live. Maybe I can get you a job at his can store until you pay off the $1 million.
But Mr. Nichols is an anti-puppite.
Well, that's true, but every can you get 5 cents. You could pay off your sweatshirt in no time. And you can keep an eye on why all these nickels are going back and forth and why soda isn't just 5 cents less money and then you don't have to put it in and then you get 5 cents. It doesn't make any sense. That could be a pretty big story from you. Maybe your biggest story of all time.
That's true. It could be the biggest story of my career.
La Cafeteria. Oh.
Great. That was so funny.
What's going on there?
That is so
So
funny.
funny.
It's just so
Dramatic.
funny. The music doesn't match. Like he said, this could be the big story of his career, so that should be like really happy music, and you have it be like. That's.
Oh, let's check in with my mom. See what my mom is doing. Got the nanny cam. I put the nanny cam downstairs because she watches me. Why should I not be able to watch my mom? Mom, what's going on? What? Can't even see her. Mom, what are you doing?
The ice maker isn't working right. I don't know what the heck to do. It's all stuck together.
Michael DiGiorno. Would that say Jessica? My Miss Nichols and Jessica. Are Miss Nichols and Jessica related? Nope, they're not related. Different.
Nope.
Totally different people. Tara Jack. Alright. Please remind my bro Mandy. He still smells like poo. Alright, we got a lot of great questions here today. Alright. Come on, it's not.
I don't know what the heck I'm going to do here. I was going to this, I went to get gas today, and there was a lady in front, and I couldn't get the gas because
Boring
she kept
mom news. That's some boring mom
and
news there.
I had to wait there. It's pouring rain. And she
Fake
couldn't get
mom's news. Craig, is candy corn a candy or a vegetable? That is a good question.
I don't know.
I'm not sure. I think it's both, you
It took me a long
guys.
time to get gas. Then I had to
Double
go to the
fake mom's
store.
news. Alright, I gotta get mom. I gotta mom out of here.
He's got a
I'm not
lot
even sure
going
what you're
on,
talking
man.
about. We got a long show happening. Let's get to our favorite show. Let's play that show. It's called
Animals on animals.
Craig's News Live's experiencing a Jessica snafu. Please. Hey guys, don't forget Jessica's brand new show At Home with Stallone will probably not be on tonight at 8:30. So if you want to tune in to that, 8:30 it probably won't be there. Now it's time for Animals and Mammals. Animals and animals, that's what they do. They jump on each other's backs, and I show those animals to you. Animals on animals. Can you guess the animals? Okay, Mr. Nichols. Oh, got your cowboy hat on.
You
Go
gotta
ahead
get
with your
yours
clue,
on.
Mr. Nichols. I can't
Okay.
find mine.
You
Do
ready?
A different character. Go ahead. Great.
Two reds make a right.
Two reds make a right.
Two reds make a right.
All right. Is that a fish and a parrot?
No,
Two reds. Donkey. Just donkey.
no.
That's the only guess is donkey. And on Rouse, you guys. Buzz, is it a buzz? Come on, guys, get them guys that robbing on a monkey. All right. These guesses are coming in slowly. Kangaroo.
They're really slow. Kangaroo, not a kangaroo.
All right.
Two
robots.
Potatoes. That would make sense. That's close, but not there. That's close.
All right. Cannibals on cannibals.
No, it said cannibals on animals.
Bear on a bee on a bear. What? Tell your clue one more time, Nichols, and then we're gonna show you.
Two reds make a right.
Those aren't animals. Squirrel on a squirrel. All right, let's show them animals. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Show them animals. What is that?
Those are two foxes. Two red foxes on top of a fox and a fox.
All right, there's your animals. Fox and a fox. Nobody gets that right. All right, here's my animal. Jessica, what are my animals?
And the cat and little chicks.
Cat and little chicks?
Cat, yeah,
all right.
Cat and little chicks.
Here's my guess. Here's my clue for you guys. This is a perfectly good time with my children. Okay, let's get them guesses in. Having a perfectly good time with my children.
It's a cat on top of her kitties.
I'm having a perfectly good time with my children. All right, let's get them guesses
cat
in.
On top of her chick.
Cat and little chicks from K9 Eden Toys and the chicks on a cat. That's two. It's one or the other, guys. Can't be both. Hey, thanks for them. Super Chat's trying to keep up with a person that's trying to keep up with Riverith. I can't believe we got people fighting over.
People saying cat on little chicks.
That's all right. Let's show them animals. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's show them animals. That's a bunch of chickens on a cat.
Those are so cute.
It's a bunch of chickens on a cat, Mr. Nichols.
That's so cute.
That's adorable. Hey, I've had a great time on Craig's News Live, Miss Nichols. I hope you had a good time, even though we did interrogate you guys.
Well, I had a great time, and I'm glad he didn't call me a liar. He just said I was uncomfortable. So that's true. I was really uncomfortable because I froze in my internet.
He said liars are uncomfortable, so you were uncomfortable, is what you're saying.
No, he didn't. I don't think he said I was a liar, did he?
Yes, if you're lying, you're uncomfortable, and then you said I was uncomfortable. So we're sort of putting two together here.
Okay.
All right, guys. Make sure you tune in at 8:30, and just probably we'll see a blank screen. We'll be back next week. And remember, guys.
It'll be on tonight.
Craig's News Live. Remember, when no one news gives the blues, you guys come on down there and tune into some Craig's News.